man. I do what I do.
Practice law in Mississippi, practice law in federal court in Kansas. He went to a black college called Rusk College, which is a HBCU down in Mississippi. That's where he went. And on top of that, he was one of those. He also wrote in the newspaper. He spread the good word, kind of like Uncle D. He spread the good word and told black folk about the prosperous towns that they could go to and leave Mississippi and other places in the deep South when we were leaving the South. And on top of that, he helped establish Hill City, Kansas, which is a free town for black people, like Tulsa, Oklahoma and such. He helped establish Hill City, and that's where his law office was. He had white clients, black clients, brilliant man. You understand? This is my granddaddy right here. I think I got another picture of that's him right there. Look at that, man. I didn't know anything about this man at all because our history is dead. And it's going to be generations of people that come up behind us that don't know anything about Harriet Tubman or Rosa Parks or anybody like that. But when you put a statue up, people ask questions. You understand what I'm saying, family? So let's go ahead and take this win. Look. We can recognize, we can take this win without holding Donald Trump accountable for his shortcomings, okay? Not today. Let's just go ahead and recognize when someone is trying to make a difference, even if we don't agree with their methods or motivations. So to the brothers and sisters who are listening, I urge you. You heard all these other black people talking and listen. So you're not the only one out there. I just need you to think for yourself. I mean, the man is only going to be in office for one term. And so let's see what he does. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Okay. All right. Why these Democrat leaders, why are they so mad? Clearly, they are not just fired up for the American public. Clearly, it's got to be something else. It sounds personal to me. See, it's not just about Trump's reelection at all. And I think we all realize that. I've alluded that several times. Donald Trump presents a challenge to the status quo when Donald Trump threatens to investigate how these politicians have managed to accumulate millions of dollars in a relatively short amount of time. It raises legitimate questions that demands answers. Let's talk about some numbers. We've seen professional politicians like Nancy Pelosi, who first took office back in 1987. They've amassed a net worth. This woman she's worth almost $250 million. And my question is, how did that happen on a $150,000 a year salary? How does that happen? How does someone like Jasmine Crockett, who just entered into the public sphere a few years ago, end up being worth anywhere from $3 to $10 million with multiple properties throughout Houston and Dallas? It takes time. How does that math work? You see what I'm saying? These are the same people that have been so vocal and against Trump and Doge. That's the first thing they say. They don't care about Ukraine. They don't care about rainbow rights. They're not worried about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And see, these are the same people who've been living on large off taxpayer dollars while pretending to fight for the so-called little guy. Right? Their salaries range from $174,000 to $400,000 a year. Yet somehow their net worth is ballooned to tens of millions of dollars. It doesn't add up. Now, we spoke earlier about a young lady named Ilhan Omar. She was part of the squad with AOC. Okay? Ilhan Omar got elected in 2018. 2018. She is now worth, this woman is not even from the United States of America. You know how much she's worth? $83 million. Not $8.3 million. $83 million. I mean, what kind of contract did she get? She didn't play football. She wasn't shooting in the gym. This woman is a politician from a obscure little section of a northern state, and she's worth $83 million. Now, just by contrast, Chuck Schumer, who's been in office since 1998, which predates her almost 20 years, he's worth $75 million. That's a lot of money. Okay, but at least he could say, well, it took me, why do you think these people are out there looking for lawyers in D.C.? Why do you think that is? Elizabeth Warren, she's out there screaming and hollering what Trump. This woman was elected in 2012. And from 2012 to 2025, she managed to amass $73 million. Are we seeing a pattern here? Are we seeing a pattern? I'm seeing a pattern. I see something. I see some stealing going on. What about this cat, Hakeem Jeffries? These are all the people that keep jumping out front. This dude was elected in 2013. He's worth $17 million. Where do y'all get this money from? They trying to Bernie Madoff the American public. You worth $17 million and you a congressman, sir? Cory Booker. He was previously the mayor of New York. I ain't no money in Newark. I know that. Okay. He got elected to the Senate in 2013. This man is worth $14 million. All these people are millionaires, and they saying Jasmine Crockett is worth about $10 million, and she just got in office. I'm just saying, these are the same people who are crying foul over the investigation led by Doge into what they call waste, fraud, and corruption. But let's be real. What they mad about? They're mad because the spotlight is on them. They said hit dog holler. If you worth $10 million, $10 million, and you're on a public servant salary, you better believe we're going to ask some questions. And Elon Musk has already said we need to audit these individual employees, because see, it's not just the politicians getting the money. Because see, some of these deep state people, they're the ones getting the money too. You got a good government job and you've been siphoning off the American taxpayers' money. My thing is, if you got nothing to hide, what are you worried about? See, the truth is the American people deserve transparency. And from those who claim it, especially from those who claim to serve us. And we have every right to demand an audit of their finances to see how deep the swamp really goes. This isn't a one-party thing. See, this is about holding our so-called leaders accountable, regardless of their political affiliation or their color. And we're not going to let you scream this is racism because you've been stealing money, and we want to know how deep the rabbit hole goes. See, this is about ensuring that those who wield power and influence and they do so with integrity and in service of the American people, not just for personal gain. All right, that's what we're trying to figure out. See, we're not mad at this investigation. I can speak on behalf of all Black people. We're not mad at this investigation. Not at all. We're not mad at that. And nothing you can do can make us mad at that. We're not mad because we want to understand how the people who are supposed to represent us have managed to enrich themselves while so many of us are struggling to make ends meet. We're not mad because we refuse to be we're not going to be silenced either. At this point, the Black American community, specifically the foundational Black American community, has embraced their power, and you see that manifest by us not utilizing our power and utilizing our time and energy fighting other people's fights. So there's some tough questions to come. Okay, that's what's happened. That's what the real problem is now. Basically, Donald Trump is about to run them pockets. Okay, that's the colloquial term is there's going to be a full audit and investigation, and he's coming for the money, and that's got a lot of people sweating, and they know what that means. That means they got a lot of explaining to do about how they got this money, how they got these properties, how their husbands got this money, how their wives got this money. Chelsea Clinton got $80 million sent to her NGO. And she's allegedly been feeding children in Africa. And if you break it down, it's basically they paid $1,100 a meal for these children in Africa. What children in Central Africa? How much? $1,100 a meal. But some kind of way, she ended up with 80 million. But the money was supposed to go to the children of Africa. And you spent 11, maybe what happened, you spent 11 cents on every meal and you pocketed the rest. Shout out to Giggles. Apparently that's what happened. You understand? And I think it's a kickback scheme going on. And it's all about to fall down. So they got a lot of explaining to do about how they got this money and who they got it from. And the truth is, we all know where the money came from. It came from the American taxpayers. They've been living large off our hard work while pretending to fight for us. And now, since Donald Trump has been playing the same old games that both parties usually play, now they're facing the real possibility of prosecution. See, they might end up in prison, you see, unless they're able to strike a deal. And the reality check that and they probably not going to be able to strike a deal because that man is coming for their throat. What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's Black Man Talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something and you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.